We talked about the experience of their team. Feel like they just made you wrong all day?
They made us wrong all day. Yeah, and every time that we thought we had them, for 17, 18 seconds, they'd get us in the last 3 or 4. So we knew how good they were. I mean, if you've watched how they've played, especially the last 5 games, they're starting to really click. He's got some returners, but he's got some new faces too, and they have really caught on fast. I mean, we all go to clinics to listen to Jim talk about motion offense, and you can know it's coming, you can talk about it, you can work on it, but guarding it is another whole thing. I thought we did a good job in the first quarter. I really did. I just think that we didn't take advantage of that. You hold them to 4 for 15, and you're hanging around, but we turned it over 6 times. We don't give ourselves a chance to have a lead, and instead of that, 16-13, but it's what it could have been. And then I thought in the second quarter they just started dominating. And then they just rolled. Then they get confidence. Then they start picking you apart. And then they start setting you up, and you can see it coming. And you're like, oh, no, here it comes. And there's not a lot you can do about it. All credit to them. I'm not mad about one thing our kids did or didn't do, or how we prepared or how we didn't prepare. They just beat us. And they're good. And I got no problem being their biggest trumpeter for the rest of the year. You can watch film and you can see it. I know they lost a couple of games early, but here the last 2 weeks, I told the media in here, I told our pregame chalk talk, this is the best offensive and defensive combination team we've played. All right, and I might now lean toward them having a better offense than UConn. So maybe they have the best team we've played, maybe. Because Central Florida may have a little bit better defense, maybe, but combination of the two, this is the most complete team we've played. And I just told the team, we could have put together a schedule where you'd have been 13-0 at Christmas, and everybody had patted you on the back after you changed gifts. But I'd rather be where we're at and know what we know, and have gone through what we've gone through.
So what do you take from this, and now in 9 days or whatever, get ready for all?
Just that there's going to be some teams in the league that are this good, and we'll take that and understand that. Maybe it is the way we prepared. Maybe I should have gone over a little bit more motion and a few of those less set plays. Maybe giving our kids a little bit more legs, knowing that we were probably only going to play 7 or 8 tonight. Probably could have given them a little more time off. But we've learned a lot. And, again, we're looking at it as a whole. I'm looking at it as a comprehensive final. We have 13 games to look back at. But I love the fact that we didn't quit. I love the fact that there was still fight down to the end, and nobody was pointing fingers, and everybody's trying to accept blame, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. That was just a good team.
What was going well specifically to help Michaela, what allowed her to have the kind of night that she had?
Well, I think we were spacing the floor and giving her driving lanes, and the way they play, when they like to switch, we were able to create some matchups that we wanted. But hitting step-back threes, that's just her. I mean, that's just work. That's just experience and confidence, and then putting her in the position to do it. But getting them in switches, we got them in some switches and got her in some matchups that were good, but just didn't have enough help for her. 81's too many to give up. Defense should have been better. Our defense should have held them down a little bit more, cleaned up a couple of those offensives, because I think they scored every time they got an offensive rebound. I don't know where second chance points is on here, but it sure felt like more than 16 to me because they were crucial. But that's just Mac being Mac. Mac works at it. She shoots every day. She shoots extra every day. She's been doing it not just for this year but her whole life, and that's why you can go 5 for 6 and 7 for 8 and 11 for 17 when they're down there trying to not allow you to do that.
I guess you got more bodies that you would have had at the start of the year that you don't have right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, the talent, scoring, defense, all that comes to back. But what's the biggest challenge with those out in trying to elevate maybe the ones who were at the back of the rotation up into more minutes?
Just their lack of experience doing it in a game. We can practice it, but just don't know how to handle it when it comes game time. Transition happens a little faster in a game than it does in practice, so we just got to keep giving them reps. And then, I think we're having to play more minutes than I really think would like to. I don't want to look down there and see 35s and 38s and 30. That's just we haven't prepared for that. We worked them too hard probably in the off season to be at 38 minutes a night on December the 22nd. So that's where that gets to you when you start getting into bodies. But I'm proud that we're playing. There's a lot of people around the country right now not playing, and we are. So that's even though we're down, there's a lot of people talking about losing their leading scorers and rebounders. I don't think we've brought it up once until right now. and I'm going to bring it up. It's hard. It's hard for those kids to, have that there for a while and then have it gone and then have it change again and then, lose your voice in Amber on the floor. She tried from the sidelines, but it's still different. It's just different. Our transition defense was not as good tonight. And I've said before, she's maybe the best transition talker in defense I've ever coached. And she's our get-back kid. So that sounds like an excuse, but I don't want it to sound like that. That's a reason. When you lose your get-back kid in transition, your transition is not going to be as good. So, but when she comes back, now Alana's had, Alana, I think that's probably her season-high minutes played. And probably a lot of season-high minutes played for everybody if you go back and look. So good time for us to have a little bit of a break.
Questions from the back? Okay. Dudley's got one more.
Yeah, go.
Recruiting
Please.
in there. Yeah. Obviously the success your program had last year and even going into this season, how's it helped you, nationally be able to recruit and certainly regionally?
They answer your phone calls. They respond to your text messages. They want to know more about your school. They want to know more about your future. They look at your roster a little deeper. It allows you to attract players from all over the country. We've got one, coming here at Christmas from Yukon, from Maryland, a neighbor of Michaela's growing up that we can talk about, and then where players are coming from in the next classes. So I think it gives you that nationwide reach, but allows you to be very, very picky. We don't recruit kids now that aren't going to get it done in the classroom. Our days of having Miss Tamisha in my office talking about grades are over. We've dealt with that some, not dealing with it anymore because we're not recruiting that way. We're being very, very picky, very, very selective. And I hope everybody can see the glimpses of what we're going to be in 2 or 3 years. I don't want to ever talk about rebuilding or reloading. I don't want that to ever come into the conversation. But, we are in year 5. And we relied on a lot of kids to get us where we got. And now we need to let these kids be ready. Let these kids be ready for the next 3 or 4 years. So I like the cycle where it's at, Dudley. But the success that these kids are having too. Anybody watching is looking out and saying, Michaela Downs, wow. Jersey Wolfenberger, wow. Riley Langerman, wow. Sam Spencer's a freshman. She played 38 minutes. She had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, I think they look at it and they know that if they come in ready to play, you can be a freshman or you can be a grad transfer. You come in, you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get to play, you're going to play a good schedule, you're going to go fun places, and then you're going to play in the SEC, which I think is deeper than it's been since Coach Blair's days back then when it was – I think we've clearly got the best team, although they're getting ready to play Stanford, aren't they? Is that game going on? I mean South Carolina and Stanford. Is it going on right now? Okay. I think they're the best team in the country. I think they've got 5 top 10 wins. Tennessee's playing awfully well. We got a lot of LSU's on fire. I look at our SEC standings when I get it. And you better have 10 wins or you're at the bottom. It is going to be as good a year in the SEC as we've ever had. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to Christmas. I've been on teams that done it where you go Christmas was ruined because you lose that last game. That ain't happening. I'm encouraged. There's too many good things happening. Not only, like you're mentioning in recruiting, but with this current team. So I'm going to be excited. Yeah, go.
I got one thing. What can you tell us the ones who are out? I mean, is there good? Can you just give us a report of where they are?
Sure. I don't talk about specifics about what they are, but we suspect that Amber will be back for the Ole Miss game. We'll wait and see. Fingers crossed. I think we made the right decision in the timing, and I know she did. Emory's getting closer and closer and closer. That'll be a day-to-day thing. Aaron's will be a little bit longer. It won't be any time before the new year. That's not giving you very many days. And then, Miriam, we're just going to continue to wait and see how that thing responds. And the further you get into the season, then it becomes, less and less likely. And do we have anybody else? I mean, Sasha's not 100% either. If you see how many people are in our training room right now, Simone does a tremendous job in our athletics training and all of our team docs. But this time off is going to be very, very valuable to healing up some dings. But is that everybody addressed everybody you're thinking of?
BetOnline has you covered for all the holiday season. More props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all sports action. Head to our new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus with the promo code BELIEVE to receive your bonus. That's BLEAV to receive your bonus. And it's not just football. BetOnline has pro and college hoops, NHL, boxing, UFC, even your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all these amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports.